Hey gamers, it's Joe the Apostate Cow here. Now this is a video that I really honestly didn't want to make, but sometimes I just get this itch in my brain and I just have to get these kind of things off my chest. The PlayStation fans, you're not going to like this video, and you know, Xbox fans, oh, they're going to eat it up with a spoon. But I have to talk about this. I've just got to. As someone who believes that, you know, if you asked me last generation which console had the best exclusives, PS3 or Xbox 360, before you even got the question out of your mouth, I would say hands down PS3. That's my opinion. And, you know, I'm a PlayStation fan. I've been so since the PS1. And, you know, no one wants the PS4 to have great exclusives more than me. Okay? I want great exclusives. But I'm calling it now, guys. I'm calling it now. The Order 1886 is not going to be a good game. Oh, Joe, how do you know that? You can't possibly know that. You don't know. You didn't play it. They've only seen demo, you know, quick demos and short gameplay videos and you know, just going on the word of a few people, or there's still a lot of work to do in the game, whatever, okay? Sorry, none of that flies with me anymore. First of all, there isn't that much more time. The game comes out at the end of February. Okay, this is going to have to go gold by either the end of January or early February. All right, there isn't that much more work they're going to be putting into this game, unless, of course, it gets delayed again. Hopefully that won't happen, but who knows? Okay, unless, of course, that's going to make it a better game. But I don't think it can be saved at this point. I'm going to use an analogy, okay? There's an old expression, right? Not so much an analogy, but an expression, right? You guys are probably familiar with this, especially you older guys. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, odds are it's a duck. Okay? What do I mean? Since E3, the Order 1886 has had several gameplay demos. Now, the E3 one, as far as I know, there's no footage at all. It was closed door or invite only. People had to sign NDOs. But I remember Colin Moriarty from IGN, he played some of it back at E3, and he was not impressed with what or rather, might have been that he went to, he might have gone to Ready at Dawn Studios or something like that, and he saw, you know, they showed him a video of the game or where it was at that point, and he was not impressed with what he saw. But I believe there also was a behind-the-scenes demo at E3. I could be wrong about that, but it doesn't matter. Ever since then, you know, people have said, who have played demos of the game at Gamescom and now at the PlayStation Experience, everybody says the exact same thing. Okay, and there's new articles now on Eurogamer, on DealSpawn. Eurogamer has a video of reasons you should not pre-order the Order 1886. They went that far. By all accounts, from everyone who has played this game, it is an on-rails, you know, overly cinematic game that takes control away from the player constantly, that is riddled with quick time events. They're saying every few minutes there's quick time events, there's button prompts, that it's almost like Resident Evil 6. Remember Leon's campaign that was just fucking riddled with wiggle the stick and press triangle and press square or whatever the fuck it was over and over again? They say that it constantly is ripping control out from your hands. It goes to cutscenes when you're getting into the rhythm of the game, that the shooting it's okay, the third person cover shooting, but it doesn't feel all that great. It feels a little bit wonky. And the game has an insta-fail, at least one that we know about from this demo, apparently has an insta-fail stealth mission. The mini-games aren't fun. You know, they're all saying the same thing. That it's completely on rails, and it takes player choice away. There's a sniping mission in which you have labeled targets, and you can't even fire your gun until your crosshairs are on top of the target. It removes choice away from you. One guy said, I think it was DealSpawn, he said, you know, this is a game that doesn't want to be a game. It wants to be a movie. You know, and it's funny, it reminds me of what Kevin Van Ord said about Resident Evil 6 in his review on GameSpot. He said this is a game, talking about Resident Evil 6, he said this is a game that resents your interference, and one wonders if Capcom wouldn't have been better off making a movie, even though the movie would have sucked too. But that's exactly what people are saying about the Order. That it's on rails, it removes you from choices, and it doesn't let you get into the rhythm of playing the game, and it's filled with quick time events. And I'm just saying, I don't see this game I think it's going to be mediocre at best, even if it doesn't suck. I think when the reviews come out for this game, you're going to see a lot of 7s, you know, stuff like that, maybe the occasional 8, but it's not going to be getting 8s and 9s across the board. No way, I'm calling it now. If I'm wrong, and it's getting 8s and 9s, I'll come on this channel, I'll say, I was wrong. All right? I'm not a prophet. I'm not Miss Cleo. I can't predict this shit. Well, Miss Cleo can't either because she's a fraud. But that's not the point. The point is, you know, I will admit it that I was wrong, okay? But I'm predicting this game is not going to be a good game. It's not going to be some great exclusive on the PS4. You know, Ready at Dawn, I said this before, they have to prove themselves. You know, this is the first console game they've made. Prior to this, it was just the God of War PSP prequels, like Ghost of Sparta and whatnot. So this is their first big game on a console, and it doesn't look like they know what they're doing. Or rather, they're making a game that gamers who really want to play good games and be in control are just going to be like, yeah, this isn't good. You know, and lastly, just to give my own thoughts on what I've seen of it. I mentioned this in my PlayStation Experience video. You know, it looks extremely dry. The characters don't look interesting. They look overly dressed for the things they're supposed to be doing, first of all. And the last thing, and I mentioned this before in my other video, is what about, and nobody responded to this, so I'll mention it again. If you've seen the gameplay, what about these dude bro Call of Duty style call-outs every time they get a kill? Did you notice that? Every time they kill somebody, they yell out, enemy down, reloading, shotgunner neutralized. I mean, oh my God, man. It's like I'm waiting for them to say, get to the chopper. I mean, this is supposed to be an anachronistic, you know, alternate history, Victorian England. Why are they yelling out fucking dude bro call-outs, man? You know, I mean, it's just corny. The game looks hokey to me at this point. And with everything I'm seeing about the game, you know, hearing about the gameplay from these people, like I said, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, you know the rest. I think the odds of this game coming out and being a really good game are very unlikely at this point. That's my view on it, man. I ain't pre-ordering this game, and like I said, unless it gets 8s and 9s when it comes out, I'm not buying it. I'll wait to buy it till it's real cheap or something. You know, honestly, guys, you know, next gen overall has me very jaded right now. I'm just not impressed with most of the games that have come out, but that's another story for another video. But yeah, that's it, guys. The Order, I'm calling it. It ain't going to be a good game. Sorry, PlayStation fans. I know you're not going to like that, but all right. Tell me what you think in the comments. But as always, you know, be respectful. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.